Welcome to the Fiery Gates LLC. I will be the demon that's in charge of your interview and onboarding training. How are you feeling now that you've made it this far? Good. Well, I would say thank you for the patience whilst we went through all of the rounds of the interview, but frankly, this is hell, and we do have rather high standards when it comes to hiring people for the inner circle divisions, shall we say. So, whilst you were waiting, I went through your 665 other interviews, and I'm liking everything that I'm seeing so far, but I just kind of wanted to do a bit of a review on your personal life. Yes, before you came to us at Fiery Gates LLC. So, I hope you don't mind. Yes, I'm sure the other interviewers probably went through the same thing with you, but a lot of our colleagues, shall we say, are... well, some of them aren't up to snuff, shall we say. Right, so... can I get your name, date of birth, date of departure, and your desired position working here at Fiery Gates LLC? Oh, and I see that your departure was pretty uneventful. Wow, good. All right. Well, good and bad. Good because it means that you won't have any nasty feelings of empathy or sorrow when it comes to, that. But bad as in you probably need to find other sources of inspiration for your job. But that's okay. We don't really need to get into that right now. All right. And what exactly was your job in the human realm? You worked in finance. Okay, wow. Yeah, you're going to fit right in. And where exactly did you work? Oh, okay, good. You're definitely going to fit into the company culture. And would you say that it was a very cutthroat sort of a position? Yes, I can only imagine that it was. Good. And would you say that you thrived in this position? Good, that's what I like to hear. Yes, you thrived, and you did betray at least 10 of your colleagues. Oh, you betrayed your own boss. Good. Hostile takeover of multiple companies. Good. Anything else? Okay, good. Didn't prioritize your family, your children, your spouse. Good. You prioritize only work. Okay. Yes, that's what I like to hear. Yes, Fiery Gates LLC does get a bit of a bad rap in the afterlife, but I will say that most of the people that end up working here are all very ambitious, very cutthroat, and we get a lot of stuff done. Yeah, we prioritize efficiency above everything else. Obviously, we do take care of, your standard of living because you will be with us for the rest of eternity. But if you want to increase your standard of living, then obviously you are going to have to find ways, in order to get there. Any bylaws that your company may or may not have, like morality clauses or anything like that, obviously we're not going to have that here when you sign the contract. But no death. Yes, no accidental or on purpose exiting anybody, yes, at the company. Oh, and no doing that to any, or no facilitating that to any mortal soul as well. Yes, that is very, very frowned upon. Yes, the only people that can actually do that or have the authorization from the big boss down there are the archdemons, and obviously you're not going to get to that point until at least at least like 3 centuries into your career. But if you do manage to make it to Archdemon level, then that would be very, very impressive. And considering your resume, I don't doubt that you'll be able to do so. Okay, so everything looks good so far, and even though you had not so much life experience, most of it was very concentrated, so I do believe that everything will work out in your favor. Okay, I do need to ask you a little bit more on your job. Just, you know, like take me through a day in your life, a day in your mortal life, shall I say. Yes, I'm sure the past couple of decades that you were interviewing for this position has been pretty annoying, but as I said, very coveted positions at this company. I mean, honestly, it's this or like Purgatory or even Pearly Gates Incorporated, and they're not. They're just, they think that they run the show, but honestly, with how the world is going right now, no. Okay, so, alrighty. Take me through a day in your life, in your mortal life, and like just everything your job entailed and things like that. Okay, good. Good. Oh. You felt bad? Like, why? Okay, well, we're definitely going to have to get you some therapy for that, so, make a note. Anything else? Oh, good. Yes, that's what I like to hear. Causing undue suffering to people that are just trying to do their jobs. Yes, being rude. Being vindictive. Well, you know, hey, that's how you got to the position that you were in, and that's how you're interviewing for this position now. No judgment here. The filthier, the better. Okay, cool. Oh, I'm shocked. And did your spouse know about this? Oh, good. Okay. They knew, they just didn't really care. Okay. All right. Pretty well-rounded day in your life. Wow. And, oh, I'm reading this here and I am rather curious. Were you a part of that whole fiasco, out in the ocean? Oh, good. Love to hear that. Okay, well, I do think that you are rather overqualified for some of our entry-level positions, but this is Fiery Gates LLC, so we are going to basically have to bump you down to intern. Yes, everyone starts as an intern around here. I mean, especially, honestly, if you had more life experience, you would have probably been bumped up a little bit more, but considering the fact that you didn't, you're going to have to start as an intern. Right, well, at the very least, there is upward mobility when it comes to an intern position. If you were given an assistant position, though, no upward mobility whatsoever. It's pretty much impossible to get out of that. Okay, so I will just quickly go over the departments that you can be working in during your time as an intern. Your internship will last from the day that you sign your contract, which might take around like a century, considering all of the onboarding tasks that you're going to have to do, until I think 500 years. Yes, 500 years. Yes, so 500-year contract, but considering all of the onboarding you have to do before your contract, then 600 years of the rest of eternity. So no time at all is going to pass, don't worry. Alrighty, so given your expertise in the world, in the human world, there are any of the divisions, honestly, that are hiring right now are pretty much available to you. And they're all headed by an archdemon. Turnover rate is not that high whatsoever, so you'll pretty much be set by the end of your internship. Alright, so the first division is the sloth division. Basically, you're going to have to spend the remaining part of your internship coming up with ways to justify people continuing to not be ambitious. There are other more interesting things about this job. For instance, the sleep paralysis demons that go into the human realm. Oh, by the way, that is a job that you can apply for after your internship. They do kind of scare the humans, you know, collect their souls and what have you, or soul energy, I should say, and you can come up with nightmares and things like that for them. That is technically a part of the sloth division. I'm not sure why, considering that has nothing to do with being slovenly, but I'm not the one who made the rules. So you have that. You'll basically be helping the sleep paralysis demons, a couple of other demons, nightmare demons, just lazy demons, shall we call them. Not a fan of them whatsoever, with their everyday tasks and coming up with ways for them to do their jobs better. Yeah, your basic responsibilities as an intern is just basically coming up with ways to help the demons above you do their jobs better, and they will take all the credit. Alright, and second one is lust. Okay, so I actually don't believe that we have any internships open for this, but if you are able to convince another intern to switch places with you, that works as well. But if you were to get this position, you would essentially be helping succubi and incubi with their daily tasks and help them come up with ways to do their jobs better, which I have heard has been a pretty fun experience for some people, shall we say, but that's not going to be you, because there's no there are no positions open. Okay, next is wrath. Oh, this one also same thing, no positions open. Gluttony, this one also no positions open. And we have envy. Oh, nope. Greed, no. And pride. No. So basically the only internships we have available to you is in the sloth division. Yes, I did mention that all of them would be a perfect fit for you considering your experience, but you know, these things take a while to update. It's hell. Just really bad systems and what have you. So yes, that is the only position that I can offer to you right now if you want more upward mobility in the company. If not, then I will happily assign you to a janitorial position or an assistant position. Yes, assistant positions would be to lesser demons, not archdemons or any of the cool stuff that we're doing down here at Fiery Gates LLC. You're not going to be in on the action whatsoever. Well, we never run out of jobs when it comes to cleanup, shall we say. Yeah, a lot of souls, a lot of trying to run away, a lot of people complaining that our company is just too hellish to work in, but hey, if your work experience in your mortal life fits our company culture, you're automatically going to be submitted to an interview down here. Well, okay, your daily administrative tasks when it comes to that division will be, like I said, coming up with ways for people to be more lazy, coming up with ways to, like, help sleep paralysis demons, like, scare people in order for them to stay lazy, coming up with ways for nightmare demons to concoct very vivid nightmares that in turn would not, you know, help people get more sleep, and then they would continue to be lazy, things like that. And also the laziness goes into intellectual laziness as well, so it's not just physical, it's everything. Yes, it does sound like a pretty boring job, but I do believe that it's quite involved. My position, I technically, well, technically I am a part of HR. Yes, we do have an HR department. We're not monsters, just demons. So if that is something that you're interested in working in, then you're going to have to go through even more rounds of interviews. Probably another 666 rounds of interviews just to make sure that everything is squared away. So you can either start your career now or go through another 666 rounds of interviews. Alright, that's what I thought. Okay, so I'm going to get your onboarding stuff done immediately, and that's just going to take me about like 10 years. So yeah, just sit right there. Sit right there. You can just sit there and look pretty. And I will type up the contract right now, and you can sign that, or actually I will need your demonic email address really quick. Did you make one? You should have made one at your first round of interviews. Okay, good. Otherwise you would have had to go back and do all the interviews again. Yeah, the workflow here is just not that good. Okay, so I'm going to very quickly type up your contract. So just sit there, look pretty. It's going to take no time at all. And in the meantime, feel free to get started on your onboarding. All right.